What's up, nakamas? For today, we're gonna be opening up this ST-11 green deck, go over the deck list, and compare it with the green Uta deck that recently just won the Japan Championship. So with that, hopefully we'll get an idea if this deck is worth buying. I think I destroyed the box totally. So this is what we get with the ST-11 deck. Plastic out of the way. So we will be having our 10 Dons non-foil, and at the back we have the instructions on how to play the game. So first things first, we have our leader. This is the green Uta. So the ability of Uta is that you attach one Don, and when attacking and once per turn, you may reveal one card from the top of your deck and add up to one film type card to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So a very strong leader, and once again, this deck topped the very big tournaments in Japan. And to be honest, I've seen a lot of Uta in the standard battles and the flagship battles. So just to quickly look at the leader, so it's not embossed. It still has the old foiling of the leader for precons, but that is still very good. Going through the deck list, we have 2 SRs of this Uta. I'll not explain all the cards. I'll just probably put the English version here at the side. This is a 3-drop 4K blocker, and at the end of your turn, you may trash one event from your hand, and then you set up one of your film type characters as active. Then another SR, Shinjidai. So this is New Genesis. And now the Uta song is playing in my head in the One Piece Red film. The title of the song is actually Shinjidai. Shinjidai wa kono mirai da. But let's stop singing. I don't want to embarrass myself in this channel. So this one, a very good card. Again, this is an SR. We only have 2 copies for this in the deck. I do believe we need 4. And also this Uta, we need 4 copies in the competitive deck. But then again, this only costs 550 yen. So that's roughly like $4 to $5. So what this does is that if your leader is Uta, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal one film card other than Shinjidai, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order and set up one of your Dawn cards as active. Next, we have 2 copies of Backlight. So this is the card that allows you to either rest a character or KO. That costs 5 or less. Then 4 copies of I'm Invincible allows your Uta leader to untap and attack again. Going through the characters, we have 4 copies of Usopp. This is a vanilla creature. It costs 3 and 5k with a 1k counter. Then another generic vanilla type, we have 4 copies of Jinbei, 4 copies of Chopper, 2-drop 2k, a 2k counter, and has an ability that with 1 Dawn and when attacking, we get to rest up to one of our opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. We have 4 copies of this 2-drop 3k, 1k counter Law, then 4 copies of Nico Robin, 3-drop 4k with a 1k counter. So the on-play effect of this is to cast one character from your hand that costs 2 or less, and it should be a film character. 4 copies of Frankie, 5-drop 7k, very big attacker here, and has a 1k counter vanilla. 4 copies of Brook. I think this is a rare though in OP02. But it's not reprinted as foil. It says, I'm not sure if we can capture that here in camera, but it says R here though at the bottom. So for this Brook, it's a 4-drop 5k, the 1k counter. On play, play up to 1 film or straw hat crew type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. Next, we have 4 copies of Luffy. This is a 7-drop blocker Luffy. So again, this is a rare, but reprinted as a non-foil in this precon. So 7 drop, 7k, no counters, but this is a blocker. And we get to play up to 1 film or straw hat type character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. Then, 4 copies of Zoro. And we have 4 events here at the end. This is 3 sword style onigiri. So this is the pre-con deck. Again, you can buy this for 550 yen. Very, very cheap compared to the other pre-cons that cost 990 to 1,200 yen. So with that in mind, let's see what the deck list is for the winning deck that recently won the Japan Championship. So as you can see here, so the leader, Captain Kid, is a very strong card, a very needed addition for the strategy of this deck because we're gonna be dropping a lot of creatures to attack. So we need the protection to survive in the long game. But looking at this deck list, as you can see here, we have 4 copies of Usopp. We do have this in the deck list. 4 copies of Brook, which is also present in the pre-con. 4 copies of the 7 drop Luffy blocker. This is also there. 4 copies of Zoro. It is there. 4 copies of Chopper. This Nami though, it's not included in the deck. 4 copies of the SR Uta. We only have 2 copies of this in the pre-con. For Mihawk, you only need 2 copies. And this is there in the Zoro and Sanji ST-11 pre-con. New Sanji from EB01. This costs very, very cheap. This is a common from EB01. Lastly, for the events, all these events are there in the pre-con. However, for New Genesis, you only have 2 copies in the pre-con and you need 4. So assuming that you'll only buy one of the pre-cons, you'll have more than 30 cards in this championship deck, 550 yen, roughly $4 to $5 pre-con. So I would say that that pre-con, for its price, is one of the best pre-cons to buy. If you're getting into One Piece and you like a solid pre-con that you can build on and compete. If you're still watching up to this point, then you're not just a nakama, but you're a super nakama. And thank you very much for that. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And have a great day, everyone. See you in the next video.